with MHStv, I'm Mateo.
And I'm Jaden, and this is your newscast for Friday, February 3rd, 2023.
Many students here at MHS entered work to be judged at the Scholastic Art Award competition. Our students were awarded 21 gold keys, 42 silver keys, and 66 honorable mentions. 130 awards were given in total. Congratulations to those who won.
In other award news, Catherine Hill won 3rd place in Indiana for column writing through the Indiana High School Press Association. Congratulations, Catherine, on this award.
MHS students in IT and computer science pathways had a field trip to Ivy Tech last week. They got to look at the school server room and attend class at the college. The students created a web page using HTML and CSS. They also had to learn how to code a Raspberry Pi that they had to set up.
Blizzard Ball tickets sold out Wednesday of last week. Tickets cannot be resold. If you cannot go, you can get a refund. You will be required to show your ID to enter with your ticket. Remember, the dance is on the 19th at Notre Dame Downs Ballroom.
Esports had its first meeting Monday. MHS reporter Joe Swank talked with Mr. Rice about what it will look like at MHS.
So why did I want to start the esports team? Well, Mr. Brew reached out to me and said that he had a really great opportunity. And me being younger, I can be more relatable to the students. I was very intrigued. So I was pretty much on board with doing something that could potentially turn into something great. I love video games. I know there's a lot of students here that do also love video games, and I feel like there's something that is lacking in terms of esports appearance here. So just the ability to be able to get that started was very interesting to me. So currently the only game right now we're playing is Rocket League, but there's hope to play some other games as well. It's just a matter of just time and making sure that things get approved. It's got to be E for everybody. Some shooter games I know that everyone loves to play. They're a little too violent for a high school setting, but we'll see in the future. And we're going to be playing on an Xbox Series S. We have 2 of those. We got 8 controllers. Got a lot of cool stuff. There's aspirations to maybe move into some PCs down the road, but we're starting here right now. We'll see where it takes us. My goal is basically just to bring together a group of students that haven't been represented yet in the school and get them together and then start to show everybody, not just in the school, but in the community, that video games, though they have a bad viewpoint from some people, they can be very productive, they can be very important to people, and you can make a living by having a passion. And that is something that I think everyone should be able to do. I'm excited to meet some new students, make some relationships, and then not only that, but learn myself. I mean, I love playing video games. I have my entire life, but I haven't been really too familiar with esports, so be able to familiarize myself with that. And then, like I said in the beginning, be able to be a part of something that's started from the ground floor and we can only go up. I don't know who would want to be a part of that. We have a great community here, and I just want to build upon that.
If you're interested, go down to room 125 and talk with Mr. Rice.
Senior students, if you have not ordered your caps and gowns, make sure to do so before spring break. If you have any questions, make sure to check the email Ms. Mann sent you or the senior website. Graduation is June 4th at 2 p.m.
Also, if you're a senior who is planning to turn their own picture in for the yearbook, make sure to get that picture to Mr. Shenneman by February 14th. And here is Corinne with this week's MHS Sports Update.
Last Thursday, the girls' basketball team played against Goshen at Goshen. The Cavemen ended up losing 51-38 in their final regular season game. On Tuesday, they played in a sectional match against the #1 ranked Washington Panthers. The team showed great effort, ultimately losing 85-51. The wrestling sectional results are in. Mishawaka got second place as a team, just 5 points behind Penn. 6 of our wrestlers at MHS got first place: Xavier Chavez, Josh Kite, Will Mason, Zar Walker, Bo Brabender, and Christian Chavez. All 14 MHS wrestlers will be going to regionals at Penn tomorrow. You can watch the live stream of regionals at ihsaatv.org. Monday night, Representative Rudy Yakum took to the floor in Washington, D.C. to honor the MHS wrestling team for their IHSWCA state title.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to recognize a special group of Hoosiers who recently made their hometown very proud. Earlier this month, the Mishawaka Cavemen won the 3A state title wrestling for the 4th time in school history. Their return as state champions was 13 years in the making for the Cavemen, and it wasn't easy. To take home the title, the Cavemen first had to go through the defending state champs, Columbus East, which they did on their way to an exhilarating 43-31 win. As head coach Steve Sandifer said, You have to wrestle for the guy next to you. I think that's the kind of team-first mindset that every wrestler embraced wholeheartedly. It's a big part of why they, and the Mishawaka community, are celebrating. And I know it's an attitude that will serve these young men well in their future careers and family lives. And I know one more thing. That approach of rallying to pick up a teammate when they're down is something that our country could use a whole lot more of. So congratulations to Coach Sandifer and his dedicated staff and all your wrestlers on your big win. God bless you, and go Cavemen. I yield back.
The boys basketball team took their 11-game win streak to Goshen last Friday to take on the Red Hawks. In a tightly contested game, the game came down to the final possession. In overtime, Goshen hit a three-pointer with just seconds remaining to defeat the Cavemen 47-44. Spring sports are right around the corner. One sport you can play in the spring is boys golf. Anyone is welcome to join the team. If you're interested, see Mr. Hahn in room 227. The Cavemen baseball team is underway with their winter workouts as they prepare for their upcoming season. Senior players were paired up to draft underclass players to form teams. Each team earns points based on attendance, academics, and various competitions. Last week's winning team was seniors Peyton Jones and Matt Pelletier, juniors Aiden Seltzner and Tyler Thomas, sophomore Gage Spychalski, and freshman Lucas DeWilkins and Cole Neese. The season for girls track is coming up, and after-school workouts are underway. If you're interested in joining girls track, visit Cove in room 120 across from the cafeteria. In order to join, you need your physical and final forms completed. Back to the news desk for some local news.
Doc Pierce's is getting a new owner, Kurt Janowski, the CEO of Navarre Hospitality Group. The previous owners, Bruce and Pat Tassel, had this restaurant since 1976. The downtown staple drew large crowds, even though it hasn't changed much in its 47 years.
If you ever want to learn gardening, every Saturday for 6 weeks, Unity Garden has a free gardening classes starting at 10 a.m. for around an hour to an hour and a half. These classes will teach you gardening planting, soil, composting, seed starting, companion planting, and how to grow your own tomatoes. For more information about this, visit www.theunitygarden.com.
A bill for expanding the Foreman's Field is currently seeking funding. They plan on making Foreman's Field a four-seasons attraction by adding more stadium grounds, an upper deck, and a convention space. They also plan on doing a lot more events in the wintertime, autumn, and spring if the bill gets passed.
Hello MHS, this is Marcus Meek for your weather forecast for this weekend and next school week. Saturday is going to be cold and cloudy with a high of 29 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Sunday will also be very cold, cloudy in the morning, but the sun will come out later in the day. There will be a high of 34 degrees and a low of 22 degrees. Continuing the trend of low temperatures and cloudy skies, Monday will have a high of 35 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. Tuesday could be rainy and snowy with a high of 39 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Wednesday will also possibly be rainy or snowy. Temperatures will have a high of 34 degrees and a low of 25 degrees. Thursday will have a lower chance of rain and snow with a high of 36 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Finally, Friday will be just about the same but a little colder with a high of 35 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. To sum it all up, it's going to be cold, snowy, and windy. Make sure to bundle up, stay safe, and watch out for ice. That is all your weather news for this week's newscast.
That's all your news for today. Shout out to Mr. Sargent.
And shout out to Connor Smith. Have a great weekend, Cavemen.